Hello friends, welcome to KT Research Guidance Bureau. Myself, Dr. Kumudini R. Thakur, would like to say few words for the Bureau. This Bureau provides the guidance to research students, those who are interested to do their PhD work, or they are interested in major or minor research project or any other research studies. This bureau helps them from the beginning, gives the idea about research methodology, how to conduct the research work, and how to draw findings and conclusions also. This bureau also helps master degree students to develop their knowledge and main content of the studies. Moreover, if they want to continue on these topics, then how they can develop their career in research area. Moreover, this bureau helps those students who are interested to clear NET, SLET or any other competitive exams. In last session, I gave you the brief idea about data collection. In that one, we discuss types of data, secondary data as well as primary data. Secondary data you can collect from books, magazines, periodicals, etc. etc. And comparatively, it is an easy task. But to collect the primary data, it is little bit difficult. There are several methods of collection of primary data. Among them, most important techniques are questionnaire, schedule method, observation method, interview method, and projective techniques are there. This session will give you the idea for two main techniques of data collection, that is questionnaire and schedule method. In TYBCom, you learn questionnaire in English subject. That time you learn the simple meaning of questionnaire as well as how to develop the questionnaire. So let's rebrush the meaning of questionnaire. The questionnaire is a structured technique for collection of primary data. It is a series of written or verbal questions for which the respondent provides the answer. A well-designed questionnaire motivates the respondent to provide complete and accurate answer. So if you want to get good information, you have to develop good questionnaire. So this is the simple meaning of questionnaire. Now the another point is how to administer the questionnaire. For the administration, the researcher can send this questionnaire by mail. Telephonic questions you can ask, respondent will reply, or you can use face-to-face technique. In that one, researcher asks the question to respondent and respondent replies, and as per his reply he records in a questionnaire. Or you can send by mail or WhatsApp also, or you can distribute handouts also. So you can select any of the method for administration of the questionnaire, which one is suitable to you. So this way you can send the questionnaire. Now what comes in your mind? I have secondary data. Then why I collect primary data? So keep in mind, many information are not easily available, and you can find this information with the help of respondent only, or if that information is not available in written form or electronic form and you want to collect it, it is important for your study, then you have to collect primary data, and for that you can use questionnaire. Another thing is, when a researcher needs data from many people and then they want to draw the conclusion, they can distribute questionnaire and can collect the information. Moreover, if you want to collect the data about knowledge, benefits, attitude or behaviors, then also you can use questionnaire. And so far as business researches are concerned, they generally use questionnaire method. And many times, many people have good information, but they are not ready to say publicly. They want to keep privacy for that one. That time, questionnaire is one of the best instrument, and this way you can collect good amount of data and real data. This way you can use it. Now there are mainly two types of questions. One is open-ended question and another one is close-ended question. As per your requirement, you can choose any of them or you can use both in your questionnaire. So first, let's try to understand open-ended questions. In open-ended questions, respondent is free to write whatever he wants to write. And when your study is exploratory in nature or quantitative in nature, that time open-ended questionnaires are more useful. Moreover, if the sample size is small, then also you can use open-ended questionnaire. And then if you want to give freedom to your respondent, then also you can use open-ended questionnaires. But keep in mind, in open-ended questionnaire, it is very difficult to code and analyze them. But today, many softwares are available, so you have not to bother for that much for open-ended questionnaire. And what happens? Respondent replied. Now, the researcher can interpret that information in a different manner also. So, if the researcher is biased, he can interpret the information in a different manner. So, it is my humble request to you that if you use open-ended questionnaire, that time please keep your mind open. Then only you can find out good things from that one. Now the close-ended questionnaire. Close-ended questionnaire means answer is fixed, or researcher gives alternatives, and among that alternatives the respondent has to give reply. So close-ended questionnaire is the main tool for the research because it is easy to analyze. So there are several types of close-ended questionnaire. Among them, single answer, multiple answer, rank order, numeric are the main types of close-ended questionnaire. So let's try to understand the first one, that is single answer. Single answer means the respondent has to write the answer. Suppose your first question is age, then respondent has to write whether it is 40, 50, whatever it may be. Then second question is gender. In that he has to write male, female. Suppose third question is income, then he has to write his real income. So these are the examples of single answer. Now the second type is multiple answer. In multiple answer questionnaires, respondent has some alternatives and he has to select one of the alternative. So suppose first question is same age, then in that one 3-4 stages are available. Suppose 25 to 35, 36 to 40, 41 to 50, this way. And in gender gives the option male, female. Third, income. In income 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh 1 to 3 lakh, 3 lakh 1 to 4 lakhs. This way researcher gives the options and the respondent has to write the proper option or he has to tick mark on that one. These are the examples of multiple answer. Now the third one is rank order. In rank order, generally researcher is interested to find out the rank of these alternatives. Let's try to understand with one example. Suppose researcher is interested to know the importance of e-banking. That time he has 5-6 alternatives. So first is, do you believe that electronic banking reduces the tension or work stress, or it is beneficial for the removal of your confusion, it increases the efficiency? Then they have to rank them as per their experience, and as per the reply the researcher can analyze these questionnaires. Another type is numeric. We know numerical data. In that one already numbers are given. So suppose income 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs, 6 lakh 1 to 7 lakhs, and you have to write down that these are the examples of various types of questionnaire. So in close-ended questionnaire, generally researcher is feel very comforts because to analyze these questionnaires is little bit easy. So this way you can select any of the type of questionnaire as per your convenience or which information you want to sort from the respondent. Now I gave you the idea about the meaning and types. Let's try to understand the merits of questionnaire. Obviously, questionnaire is very low cost method. Why? Because right now you can send this questionnaire by mail, WhatsApp. So you can save your printout costing and traveling costing. So it is low cost method. It is free from bias from both sides. So respondent has to respond as per the alternatives. So he can't add any bias in replying the question. One thing is more important, that is respondent have enough time to fill up the questionnaire and he can feel when he gets the time. And if you want to collect large data, it is essential and it is important, and you can draw more reliable results with the help of questionnaire. But don't believe that it has no limitations. It is also not free from the limitations. And when you use questionnaire, that time you will realize. First and foremost is, many times respondents are not ready to fill the questionnaire. And what I noticed in my life, that even the research students and those who are keen for the research, they are also not ready to fill up the questionnaire. So this is one of the main limitation. Then many times respondents are unable to answer the questions. In that case, what you can do? By yourself, if you go enter in the field, then you can explain it. So this way you can avoid this limitation. Human bias is also up to some extent is there, but you can avoid it. And main thing is inflexibility. Your questionnaire method is inflexible because it is already planned. Alternatives are already given. So if the respondent is interested to give more data or any other thing, he has no liberty. So my request to you, that when you design the questionnaire, that time after your questions, give some space and then give to the respondent, so that if he is interested to feed any of the information, he can give you and you can consider it. Then it is slowest among all. So compared to other methods, it is very slow. These are some of the limitations. But researchers generally they use questionnaire method for collection of the primary data. The another method for collection of primary data is schedule method. There is a little difference between questionnaire and schedule method. What is the difference that we are going to learn? But first of all, let's try to understand the simple meaning of schedule. Schedule is a performer that contains a set of questions which are asked and filled by an interviewer in a face-to-face situation with another. So generally they fill this schedule in a face-to-face manner. Second thing is, it is a standard device or tool of collecting the data. It is a standard tool, and majority of the time our government or RBI or any institutions, they use schedule method. And in this method, the interviewer puts certain questions and respondent furnishes certain answer, and the interviewer records as they are given. So as per the response, they record the answer and then they analyze the data. So this is the simple meaning of schedule method. Now let's try to understand the basic characteristics of schedule method. One is, size should be precise and schedule must be attractive. If schedule size is very big, then generally respondent don't like to fill it. Second thing is, always put clear questions and words so that respondent can understand and can reply. Then it must be free from subjective evaluation. And with questionnaire, you can link schedule also. So if you don't want to use separately along with questionnaire, you can use schedule method. And the main thing is, if you adopt schedule method, then your tabulation and statistical analysis become very easy, because answers are fixed. They are from the alternative only. So it is easy to tabulate and easy for statistical analysis. There are various types of schedule like observation schedule, rating schedule, document schedule, institutional survey schedule, and interview schedule. These are the main type. Let's try to understand basics of a good schedule. A good schedule must be precise and attractive. Second thing is, schedule having a clear questions and clear words, so that the respondent can understand these questions easily. Third thing is, please don't include subjective questions, and you can interlink schedule with questionnaire also. And if you use schedule method, then it is easy for tabulation and statistical analysis. There are several types of schedule. One is observation schedule. In that, researcher observes the situation and then he record that data. Second one is rating schedule. In that one, as I explained you in questionnaire, same way respondent have to rank it. Then document schedule. Generally, RBI and majority of the institutions, they use document schedule. In that one, suppose in college, the students have to fill up the schedule that is in a document form. So document schedule. Then institutional survey schedule. If institution is interested to do survey about their prestige or their opinion or how they are helping to the society, that time they can use this schedule. And interview schedule. In interview schedule, one person takes the interview and the respondents replies it. So these are the simple types of schedule method. Now let's try to understand merits of schedule method. First is, response is very high. You can get high response. It saves the time also, because everything is pre-decided and the person has to reply in among these available alternatives only. Then you can develop personal contacts also. Then if there is any deficit in sampling, you can remove that deficit also. And if the researcher has any doubt, he can clear the doubt when he fills the schedule. And it is more reliable and more dependable. You can depend, you can draw good findings and conclusion. And if you want to communicate something, that time also it is more useful. So these are some of the merits. It is also not free from the limitations. It is costly and time consuming. You need trained field workers, and to give training is little bit difficult task. Then many times, if the researcher or a person is present, then the respondents are not ready to reply, and many times it is difficult to organize also. But in some situation, schedule method is more proper. when you want to investigate something. If the researcher wants quick results, that time he can use. If the researcher wants to educate the people, that time also he can use schedule method. And when the trained staff is already available, that time also you can use schedule method. Now, many times research students are in a dilemma. They are confused that what is the difference between questionnaire and schedule method. So I would like to explain the main difference between questionnaire and schedule in brief. First and foremost is method of data collection. So far as questionnaire is concerned, it may be direct or indirect, and majority of the time it is indirect only, while in schedule method it is always direct. Second point is contact with respondent. If you use indirect method, then it may not be possible, while in schedule it is always possible. Then third point is about coverage of area. So far as questionnaire is concerned, you can cover large area, and in schedule it is limited, little bit limited. Then respondent identity in questionnaire, it is not known, because many times they are not ready to give their address and name also, while in schedule method it is known. Then so far as reliability of data is concerned, in questionnaire it is less, because if the researcher is not present, then respondent may reply in haphazard method. In schedule method, reliability is very high. Another point is type of question. In questionnaire, you can use both type of questions, open-ended or close-ended, while in schedule method it is always close-ended questions. Then response in questionnaire it is very low, while in schedule comparatively it is high. Then trained staff. So far as questionnaire is concerned, you don't need that much trained staff, while in schedule your staff must be trained, then only they can fill this schedule. And so far as another method, that is observation method, is concerned, in questionnaire generally it is not applicable, while in schedule method along with schedule you can adopt observation method also. So this way you can distinguish questionnaire and schedule. Thank you very much for your kind cooperation. Please subscribe the channel, give your comments, and do favor for KT Research Guidance Bureau. Thank you very much.